Today's topic of discussion is speak the truth. So this is going to be a really uncomfortable topic for many people because majority of people in society are not able to speak the truth and they're not people of integrity and value. So in a relationship, you're going to need to speak the truth no matter whatever the outcome is. So if a woman is not getting on the same page as you, she is not complying with your rules, your principles, your boundaries, and she's trying to go back and forth with you, you're going to need to let her know, look, there's a door. So certain times you're going to say something which may trigger a woman's emotions, but you're going to need to speak the truth, because if you don't, she's going to end up emasculating you and disrespecting you. So you need to speak the truth no matter whatever the outcome is. So certain times a woman's going to end up leaving, but that's just how it is. So you need to be a man of value and you need to have your respect high. So we're going to be discussing some key points of speaking the truth and how you as a man of value need to incorporate it into your life. So first point is integrity. So a man of integrity, he's somebody is honest, he's truthful, and he has strong morals. A lot of guys in society, they haven't got strong morals, they're weak. These people here, they don't speak the truth. Anytime they're with a set of guys, they'll say one thing, and then when they go with another set of people, they'll say something else. You as a man, right, you need to speak the truth no matter what. So this is going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people and people are not going to like it. But being a man of integrity, women are going to respect that and they're going to see that. So if you're in a social setting and there's a certain viewpoint about a certain thing that's going on, let's say for example what's happening with Palestine and Israel. Yeah? So a quick background story. So this is a story related to how I was working security at Barclays head office. Yeah, so I was sat down in the lunchroom, break room, whatever you want to call it, and me and a couple other guys, we were discussing the Palestine and Israel situation. What's the history of it? You understand? So we was discussing that. I was saying all the points of why Palestine has been illegally occupied and how Israel has been invading that country for the last 70 years or so. So we was discussing that, and then another woman who was sat in front of me, so she was opposite. I didn't know who she was, so me and the two other guys, we was talking, like we knew each other. This woman here, I don't know who she was. She must have interjected and said, Israel, I can't even remember what she said. She said something along the lines of Palestine, so Palestinians are terrorists. Or she said Hamas are terrorists. That's what she said. That was her first line. Now, she didn't even respectfully enter the conversation. She didn't even try and give a viewpoint of both sides. She literally just said that statement. Hamas are terrorists. I said to her, Israel has been and it still is invading Palestine, and there's been thousands of Palestinians who have been killed. Yeah, thousands, tens of thousands. Yeah, of babies have been killed. 50% of Gaza are babies and children under the age of 15. Yeah, 50% of them have been killed. So I was mentioning all them points, and then I'm mentioning about how the fact is that the Israelis have come, Israelites, whatever you want to call them, Israeli gang, yeah, the terrorists, the real terrorists, they've been taking over Palestine, yeah, killing all these innocent people. And they're originally from Europe. So then when the World War II was happening, Europe, in all those countries there, they were all going back and forth with each other. And then the Jews ended up coming to Palestine. And then Palestine welcomed them with open hands. But then what happened was they slowly started to invade and take over. So I said, they need to go back to Germany as well and then deal with them as well. Because the fact is that Hitler was the one that was creating all this havoc as well. So I was mentioning these points here and then the other points as well. But then what she done was, behind my back, what she did is, she didn't like the fact that I was breaking down the whole history of it. She ended up reporting me, putting a statement about me, saying all types of craziness. I said, I did this and that. And then I was also mentioning about how innocent people shouldn't be getting killed from both sides, whether the Israel and Palestine. Both sides, yeah. Whoever's innocent, they shouldn't be getting killed. And I don't justify anybody killing anyone who's innocent, you know. I mentioned that to her several times. And then what she did was, she still ended up reporting me, and she said all types of craziness in the statement. So I had to go back to my security company. They called me in. They're saying, oh yeah, XYZ. This is what it is. And then with that statement, she would just come out with a whole bunch of lies. A whole bunch of it, saying all types of craziness, yeah? Trying to get me locked up, trying to get me bagged. so trying to get my house raided. So that's the type of stuff she was saying, yeah. And then another guy who was sat next to her, he was quiet. He was a little snake, yeah. He wasn't saying anything, yeah. And that guy ended up reporting me as well. So it just shows you, like, certain guys in the room, yeah. Being a man of integrity, you're gonna not get on with certain people. So with that situation, yeah, I ended up resolving it. You know, I said what I needed to say. It still banned me from the site, but regardless, anyway, I ended up getting another place anyway better than that. So the fact is, right, you as a man of integrity, you're going to be in certain situations like that where people are going to talk rubbish against you. So when it comes to, that leads us to the next point, when it comes to hated, you're going to be hated. So in that situation there, yeah, I was hated by those two people there. So then the other couple guys, they also gave a statement and they backed me. They said, oh yeah, Omar didn't say any of that stuff. You know, he said points about Palestine and how innocent people are getting killed. You know? So with that, right, you're going to be hated. But guess what? Those type of people there, I don't care what they're thinking anyway. You know, those type of people there, it just shows you, that woman, that miserable woman, yeah, she was upstairs, she was working upstairs, yeah. She's a loser. And she's about late 50s, 60s or whatever the case is. She's been getting brainwashed and indoctrinated by BBC News that she's not even able to have her own individualistic thought process. Yeah, individual thought process. She's not able to categorize wrong information from right information. So people with that kind of mindset, you can't try and reason with them. You know, she's not an individual with an individual thought process. She's not able to think for herself. Hence why she's projecting whatever she saw from flipping BBC News, yeah, she's putting that on everyone else. So that's what it is when it comes to hating. You're going to be hated in certain social groups. But you as a man, right, flipping, you're going to still speak the truth no matter what. Do you understand? So that's what a guy who's a man of value and the guys of integrity. And then women are going to see that and they're going to respect that as well. So I was trying to say that word, individualistic. That's it. Flipping, I couldn't say that early on. Stuttering on that. So individualistic thought process is a person with their own thoughts, yeah, and then their own opinion. Do not be that guy who is following the mainstream, yeah, because that right there, yeah, that could be just lies and a whole bunch of nonsense, and you're consuming that and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm agreeing with what everyone else is saying, yeah, and that, even though that's the wrong agenda. So next point is universe. Yeah, the rules of the universe, the laws of the universe is when you speak the truth, right, the good energy you put out to the world and out to the universe, that's the same energy you're going to be attracting. So I attract good energy because I put out good energy. Those people there who are attracting bad energy and sick energy, those people there, they're not going to be able to attract good energy because those people there are sick individuals. These type of people there, they're miserable in their life. They're miserable when they come home they do their 9 to 5. They go home, yeah, and then when they go home, sit in front of the TV, consume that filth from BBC News, and then start having to go back and forth with their partner. And then the kids as well, they're miserable as well. Kids are doing all types of wild craziness outside on the streets. And these type of people there, they're just miserable. So what they do is they come to work here and they take it out on other people. And then they try and do petty things like that. So as the case I just mentioned. So with that old woman, yeah, that old miserable woman, no one respects her, no one values her. She's one of them assistants at upstairs. And she had no business to put in a statement about me and go out of her way to report me. I didn't even say anything which was offensive. At least she just said, oh, this is what it is. Thousands of people have been killed here. You know, innocent people have been killed from both sides. So from both sides, I was condemning it and I made it clear to her. Condemning both sides. She wasn't having it. So what she was like, oh yeah. She couldn't stand the fact is that her facts weren't there. She didn't have no facts. So she came out with all types of nonsense. You understand? So that woman there, she's attracting bad energy in the world. So her energy, yeah, that she's got is toxic. And guess what? She's not going to be able to have loving relationships. I can know that for 1,000,000%, yeah. Her husband, or if she's even got a husband or whatever the case is, that guy there is miserable, yeah, with that kind of woman there. And then the final point is hard. So speaking the truth, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be consciously, when you're making a conscious effort to speak the truth, it's going to be really, really difficult. And certain situations like that, I had to speak up about that because it was literally on the TV, right, on the news, right, and we was talking, me and a couple other guys, we was discussing it, and that woman ended up interjecting, she ended up interjecting and then started to going back and forth with me about that situation. Now, with that, right, I still had to speak the truth because guess what? I don't answer to her. I answer to God. Do you understand? So whether she reported me to my security company and my security company, they told me to write a statement. I've done the statement and I was fine after that. You understand? I just got banned from that site and ended up, there's like hundreds of sites. So if you work in security, you know full well where there's literally hundreds and hundreds of sites. So you get banned from one site. I was like, oh cool, I'll go to another site. The amount of sites I've been banned to is banned from certain times. I'm like, oh cool. So it is. You get banned from there, cool, go to another site. You understand? So she thought that she was doing good. But chances are anyway, I ended up coming back there anyway after that. So I ended up getting banned from there, but then at the time my security company, they need to phone people up. They get desperate. They're like, oh yeah, we really need you. So they end up having to go back there anyway. So with them kind of sites, anyway, I ended up going back there. Did I even go back there? So I went back there for a few times, I think, and then after I ended up leaving anyway, I went to another site. So a better site, more money, better people. So the place I work at right now is way better. You understand? That's how God works. God will take you away from certain places like that and then give you something better. Because guess what? God is in charge of my life. So even though it was a hard thing to do, to make that conscious effort to speak the truth, guess what? I knew full well, right, that God's going to reward me for that. And then God ended up giving me something better. So these cowards, right, who are just weak and guys who are, you know, show cowardice behavior, they're not going to be able to speak the truth. So you as a man, right, as a man of value, right, anytime you're put in certain situations like that, you should speak the truth and speak what is correct. Do not be that guy who is deviating from that. Because guess what's going to happen? Later on down the line, you're going to get into certain situations, certain altercations, and then you're not going to be able to speak the truth. And then let's say you're in a relationship, right? Woman's respect and desire is going to go down. She's going to see that this guy here, right, is not able to protect me. So one of the ways to protect a woman is to speak the truth and speak the truth against evil. There's a lot of evil that's taking place in the world, especially in today's society. There's so much evil in the world that's taking place. If you're not speaking the truth, right, you're not going to get the respect of women. Do you understand? So it's really important, guys. Speak the truth no matter what the outcome is. No matter if the woman ends up leaving, no matter if you're at the workplace and a certain situation happens and then you end up potentially losing your job or you get banned from certain sites like me. Get banned from there. All right, cool, go to another place. Minor. No big deal. What's that saying? No skin off my back. So that's what it is. When I look at certain things like that, I laugh at it. So there's been several different situations like that as well. I laugh at them now, looking back at them now, looking at them and seeing it for what it is right now. You have to take a step back and learn the lessons from that and say that, you know what, I done good in that. That one day I spoke up against certain evil that's taking place, and then God ended up giving me something better. So just to wrap up, integrity. A man of integrity has strong morals and he is very honest. He speaks the truth no matter what. Very few people, very few men have integrity. Do you understand? So you can have all this money, all this materialistic things, all this nonsense, yeah? You can't buy class and you can't buy integrity. You understand? So if you're sat in a room full of guys, rich guys, yeah, guys who've got all this money, yeah, what's going to differentiate them from each other? Class and integrity. Do you understand? Because all of them have got money. So if you get to the point when you got money, you got crazy amounts of money, like millions and millions, couple million here, 10 million here, 5 million here, difference between each other isn't gonna make any difference to the relationship. What makes a difference to those relationships is class and integrity and being truthful. Yeah. So in the previous generations, when it came to, let's say, the trading side of it, so from the Muslim communities, yeah, what was it? I think it was Indonesia and Malaysia, right? The reason why they've got such a high amount of Muslim population, yeah, is because they were trading with different countries, yeah, and then the Muslim, I think it was like Saudi and the Middle East and then all the other Muslim countries, they started to trade with one another and they were very truthful with each other. And then Indonesian people saw that and then they wanted to accept Islam, accept the deen from that. Yeah, so that's why you see a lot of Muslims in that region there, because they know full well, right, you can't buy that with money. Yeah. So that's really important, guys. It's going to be a point in your life where there are going to be several points in your life when you're going to need to speak the truth, no matter what. And the next point after that was hated. So you're going to be hated in the room. Certain set of people, they're not going to like you. You know, that's how it is in life. People are not going to like you. You're not going to be able to please everyone. That's how I see it in life. I'd rather have a couple people, 1 or 2 people, who actually respect me and like me for who I am as a person, rather than having 10 fake people in the room with me, and then they are sneak dissing. So that's what they say on the sly, isn't it? So they're just talking rubbish behind your back on the sly. You understand, guys? So you're going to be hated certain situations. People talk rubbish behind your back anyway, but a lot of times people don't say it to your face anyway. So with me, right, there's many situations that I've been through, whether it's at school, whether it's at outside of, school, whether it's at workplaces. Somebody ends up telling me, oh yes, XYZ, some guy said that about you. Then I say to them, I'm like, okay, but you didn't say nothing to my face. So this is what it is. What's the issue? There is no issue. Do you understand? So that's what it is with that point. You're going to be hated. And the next point after that was universe. So whatever good energy you put out to the universe, that's what you're going to end up attracting. Do you understand? So if you're pushing out good energy to the world, you're going to attract good energy. If you're pushing out bad energy, you're going to attract bad energy. That's really as simple as that. So these kind of guys there, yeah, who are putting out all this evil content out there, all this evil nonsense, they're going to be attracting that. Hence why their relationships are suffering as well. So all these guys who are promoting, let's say, fornication, sleeping around with low quality women, these same guys, they attract the same low quality women. And then the final point after that was hard. So any situation that you're going to go through, right, speaking the truth is going to be very difficult. It's going to be hard certain times. But you need to speak the truth no matter what the outcome is. Now, there's a way to go about it, which is you need to be objective. You need to not do it in a way which is, vulgar. So certain guys, what they'll do is they may end up speaking the truth, but they'll do it in a vulgar way. And they'll say it in a way which triggers people's emotions. You need to be careful with how you're speaking and the words you're using. Do you understand? So you want to use words which are respectful. Do not use words which are, saying, oh yeah, you're effing this and that, or you're so and so. That's not gonna add value, and that's not gonna provide any benefit to that situation. Yeah. So with that woman, right, with the Barclays situation, I said it respectfully, and I said to her, all these points here, this is what it is. She had a problem with it. She ended up reporting me. That other guy, that other loser, he ended up going out of his way to report me as well, even though he stayed quiet. It's just, these kind of guys here, these people here, they're just sick individuals. You understand? So that's how I see it. So be a man of integrity, be a man of class, and then that way there you're going to attract good quality women as well as a result of that, and you're going to attract good quality relationships in general. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.